Hello, everyone. Today's Bible study is month 1, week 2. We're still on the discussion of God as our topic, and we're going to look at Psalm 62:6. And today is going to be kind of a short one. I'm not really feeling too good today. And it's just a short lesson. Okay, so Psalm 62:6 says, He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. So let's break that down. It shows us that we should have complete trust in God and that He alone is our complete source of stability, security, even every single time we're being challenged. And in my personal life, that is what I'm working on now. There are a lot of things that I give God complete control over. Well, for God to work through me. Like before I go out, I always pray to God and I say, use my body, use my speech for whatever it is that you need for someone to receive a message that you need them to receive, or whatever you need me to do today. I'm all hands on. I'm putting you in charge. I'm letting you lead me while I follow and do as you ask. And I still have a lot of trouble with that because sometimes I think, is this really God talking to me, or is this my inner monologue with myself? But what I've noticed when God is talking directly to me is that no matter what my opinion is on whatever I'm talking to a person about, while they're talking and I think like, that's not right, you shouldn't do that. God's not telling me to say that. And God is coming from a place of complete love for this other person. And that's just how I personally know that it's directly from God, is because it's always coming from a place of love and understanding. And, the key thing of this verse is that God wants us to place our trust solely on Him. He's a fortress. He's a place of refuge. The declaration, I shall not be moved, it signifies our steadfast faith and assurance that isn't easily shaken by external challenges. And that's like what I said earlier, I'm dealing with, because I'm having these human emotions, and by what someone else is saying, I'm letting it affect me and how I feel about it. And then I have God coming in and saying, because I usually won't speak until God tells me, it's okay, speak. I want you to say this, or So I do have challenges that way because I'm still going to say what I'm told to say, but at the same time I'm battling with the human emotions and what we've always grown up to, what most of us were taught growing up is what I'm trying to say. Um how can this verse apply to us in our lives today? For me personally, this is where the every time before I go out, every time before I talk to somebody, I always pray in my head and I say, God, I choose you. I trust you. Use me in in what way needs to be heard or used for somebody so that it will help get them one step closer to having a relationship with you. It it really reminds us that God is our rock. And I have conversations with God all day long. Like I can just sit and talk to God for hours about all sorts of things, I can ask him questions and he'll usually tell me, that is because of this, or but yet at the same time God never gives me more than I can handle. So basically this week we're just learning to put all of our trust in God and know that he is the only one that can give us the security we need, the love that we truly are all searching for, that we've all been searching for our whole entire lives and can't never put our finger on it. We're always going out and saying, "Ooh, I got to have that new ring. Ooh, I got to have that new necklace." And you get it and you're happy for, I don't know, you could be happy for a month or two, and then that feeling is gone. So now you need to replace it with something else. And you're always trying to find what else you can replace it with that's going to make you happy. And it's going to make you happy all the time instead of just for a minute. And I think if most people would just sit and ask, even if you don't believe in God or Jesus, or I think when we're at our worst is, and when we call out to Jesus, which I'll have to give my testimony on here. Maybe after I'm done with this whole Bible study thing, I'll go back and I'll record my very own testimony for you guys, because it's very supernatural, and we're taught that that's fantasy. But when you see things with your own eyes and, they're wide open and you see it, that there's that can't be explained away as fantasy. Again, I hope this verse has gotten you to start thinking, and maybe you want to dig in deeper to what the book says. If you have any questions, you can post them on here. Please post them on here because I probably don't know the answer, but we can look it up together or, find someone who has more knowledge and is further along in their walk with God than I am. So maybe they can help us. Uh, Again, I'm sorry this was late this week. I'm just kind of feeling a little bit under the weather. But I hope you enjoy this week. I do hope you keep a journal and that you jot your questions down as we go through this. Pop them in the comments. Uh, we, I'm up for discussing anything. Like I said, if I don't know the answer, I'll sure start looking for maybe somebody who can help us figure it out. But yeah, this is total. If you want to be engaged, ask questions, tell me your thoughts, what the verses say to you, how you personally, how they make you feel, and what you think is being said. Because I know I can read the Bible, but the way it's written, I have trouble understanding. So I have to break everything down in a way that I can understand it. So I do hope that this is helping somebody else who also has, the same trouble and is just looking for help or, you know, has questions. And anyway, I hope this finds you all having a great day. And I can't wait to see you next week.